Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Wanted to ask you guys if you could do me a favor. If you're watching these videos and checking out the channel and you like what you see, if you guys could hit the subscribe button for me, we would really appreciate that. We are working our way to trying to get monetized so that we can build bigger and better cars and more builds and so on and so forth and keep doing this. And that would help us a lot if you guys could do that for us. So that's really all I got for you. Really appreciate all of you. Stay tuned. We've got lots of cool builds coming. Lots of things starting to happen on a lot of different cars. So it won't just be the Thing. It's going to be the Thing, the 40 Ford, the Apache. There's going to be a lot of things happening. So just stay tuned, and I will try my best to get you as many videos as I can, including Don's 1957 Chevy two-door post that we're working on. There's a lot going on over there too. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for everything. We really appreciate you. Have a great night. Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Wednesday, I believe. It's happening, guys. It's finally happening. We have started on the Volkswagen Thing doors. So let me show you what we got. Big Ron's been working on it all day. I had to do a whole bunch of running and whatnot, but the doors, the passenger side doors have been sanded down. You can see the remnants of the paint flaking off of these. So these two doors have been sanded down. We've decided we're gonna reseal this door, and the other one's fine, but this one we're definitely gonna reseal just to make sure everything adheres correctly and so on. But that is two doors sanded and about 90% ready to be repainted, so that's huge. These two doors still need to do, but I'll take two doors. That's a win. So that's happening. That is a huge win for the Volkswagen Thing. Some other things that happened today. The 1940 Ford here had a banner day. So in order to get onto the Thing, we had to make the 40 Ford, which was on jack stands, movable, right? Again. So, and what was keeping us from that was we needed to finish bolting the front, the body panels together, the grille and the fenders and whatnot, and adjust the hood. And then we also needed to install the transmission dipstick that we got from Speedway Motors. And we did all those things. Ron fired it up this morning, and the tranny was slipping a little bit. We're a little low on fluid. He added some. Runs great. Apparently he went over to, I wish to God I would have been there and could have got this on film, but he went over to Don's, and the guy with the 1957 Chev that we're going to be working on here soon, and Don was trying to get him to do a burnout. And, you know, my dad's really not the guy that's going to do burnouts, but he did it. And so basically he went from like a 3-mile-an-hour roll because he didn't want to break shit from a dead stop. And he didn't power brake it or anything. He just floored it. And it absolutely lit the tires up, left 2 black marks, and, you know, he went a little bit and then let out of it. But it was the first time that Ron has driven this car spiritedly with the automatic in it, and really ever. So he you know, basically this is a muscle car with a 40 Ford body. That's what this is. So you got a 350, probably close to 400 horse, small block Chevy in here with a rebuilt turbo 350 with a shift kit, with a 8-inch Ford, with a 355 gear with an Eaton gear-driven posi. It's right. This car's really right from that standpoint. And so yeah, Ron's really happy with this car, which is great. Love that for him. But kind of a cool story. But anyway, Today I was sitting there waiting on my wife, and so I started calling around looking for glass, okay? We need windshields for 2 cars. The 40 Ford, because you can see we have the crack in it. We put a 1-piece windshield in it and it cracked. So what we're going to do is go back to the original style windshield, which would be 2-piece, okay, with the metal strip in the middle, the chrome strip in the middle. So we've got the chrome strip, we've got all the pieces to do it. We just need glass. We got a good seal, good rubber and everything. We just need the glass. So I called Auto City Glass and Bob's Classic Glass or something to that effect. The guys you see on eBay all the time, you also see at the shows over here, like the Turkey Run and the swap meets and all those things. These guys are always there. And good news, bad news. They have the smoked windshield with the tinted banner, which is what we want for this. Not a problem. It's like $70 a piece. You need 2. And I think if you needed a seal, it's like 60, 65 bucks, something like that. So really a couple $100 could have everything to your door to put a windshield in this. So that's great. Was trying to see if I could get them to bring it to the Turkey Run, which I think we're going to do. Just deliver it there because I'm going to be there. Not really saving any money with it, but I don't really need it till then, and it helps me from breaking it. So windshield is in the works for the 40 Ford. Now, the Chrysler 300 is a different animal. So I was under the impression that they had the windshield for the Chrysler. Now, you have to understand, this is a big ass windshield, okay? And I have one, but it's cracked and white and everything else. It's terrible. So what I found out is they do not have either place the windshield for the Chrysler 300, for a 63 Chrysler 300. But Auto City Glass is working with me and trying to find one. So we're kind of emailing back and forth. I should know something tomorrow, the next day, on whether they can get a windshield for this thing. And if they can, whether we can get it in time for the Turkey Run, and if not, when can we get it, and so on and so forth. Now, I did find, for those of you that are working on Mopars, there's a company called Metro City Glass. They do have the windshield in the smoked, in the gray tint or smoked, with the banner, the dark banner here. That windshield, I believe, is $535, I think. And then it's another 200 and something in shipping. So altogether, it was like $785. So if I can't get one delivered to the Turkey Run, there is still an option to get a windshield for this, and I can have it within basically 10 to 14 days because it's going to be shipped freight and all of that. So there's that. So hopefully we'll have a windshield coming for this sometime before Christmas. That's really, actually, hopefully by Thanksgiving. That way we can get the glass guy over here, get the windshield in it, get the side glass in it, and really just kind of seal this thing up so we're not filling with water like a bathtub. And then we can go ahead and start really prepping this thing. Now, something else that happened, I ordered a patch panel today for the Apache, for the 58 Chevy Apache. For those of you following along at home, passenger side front fender. I know it's dark, I apologize. Right here, this whole section is rotted off. You can kind of see it there, okay? So I bought the patch panel for here from National Parts Depot. I think it was like 68 bucks to my door, but it'll be here tomorrow. So the plan is, hopefully sometime in the next 2 weeks, I'll have, in between doing the thing and everything else, I want to get these fenders off of this truck and get them down to bare metal, get that patch panel installed, and go ahead and fix these spots here, right there. And we are going to, they do not sell this patch panel, okay, for here, that I know of. If somebody knows where I can get it, let me know. But we're going to make our own patch for here. We're going to roll the steel, do the whole thing, and I'll bring all that to you in detail, live and in living color while we do it, because I think it's pretty cool, and I think you guys will appreciate the custom metal fab and whatnot. So that's where we're at. So a lot happened.
Tomorrow we're going to be back on the thing doors, hot and heavy, and trying to get them in a position where in the next couple days we can hopefully get them painted and back on the car and give them some time to dry and reassemble and all of that. The good news here, okay, and for those of you following along at home that don't know the story behind these doors, we painted these doors. The body of the car was painted in the inflatable paint booth in the driveway, okay? Better conditions. We painted these doors in this garage, and it was about 110 degrees in the garage with probably 90 to 95% humidity. Now the problem, I think we did it in July. So the problem with that, and what we ran into, is as we would put on a coat of clear or a coat of paint, right, a base, the paint was drying too fast and not flashing off correctly, okay, with the gas and all the things. The chemicals weren't flashing off correctly. So what happened is this door, after about a month, we got a bubble here, okay, right here. And so we ended up peeling it off. You see it on the floor here. But it was just this door. Now, these doors had little like fisheye things. There was like 3 or 4 on this one, and the clear popped right here where this rubber seal goes. And I'm not gonna sell somebody a car with shitty paint, right? So what we're doing is going back through, sanding these back down. We're gonna repaint and re-clear. We do have the paint and the clear here to do it. But that's gonna be all 4 doors, okay? And then we're gonna wet sand, well, not wet sand, but we're gonna buff the whole car, polish it out, and get going. Now, these 2 doors we have yet to do. I've taken them apart, everything but the mirror, but they will quickly look like this right here, where they're all taped off, and we'll get this rolling here. So the hope is that in the next, before, hopefully by November, this 1973 Volkswagen thing will be up for sale, okay? And I love it to death, but I'm not in a position where I can build these cars and keep them at this point. So you kind of got to pick and choose, and at this point, we're probably keeping the 40, from what I understand, for my dad, and I'm good with that. It's a hell of a car, but the thing has to go for now. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I can see us building another Volkswagen thing. I really can. And what I would like to see us do is a Porsche motor, the air-cooled Porsche motor, in it with air ride on bags and like a matte white, and kind of do something to that effect with some cool wheels, and it might even be the same. I love these wheels. But something like that. I could see us doing that. When this body was in white, like a matte white primer, kind of like this, but white, I was in love with it. It looked incredible. I damn near changed the paint color of what we were going to do, but I had so much paint left over from when my dad painted his Dodge Ram out there. It kind of forced us down this road, but yeah, so that's what we're doing, long story short. So tomorrow we will be back with you, working on this, getting the doors done, I got to get the horn working, and I have to, I got to get it to start, which shouldn't be that big of a deal now that I have help. And I did order a new vibrator, I know that sounds funny, for the speedometer fuel gauge. I believe mine is bad, so I went ahead and ordered one of them from J-Bugs. That'll be here Saturday or Sunday. When that comes in, I'll put that in so the fuel gauge works correctly. And just fine-tuning on this thing. That's really a short list of things. So if any of you are watching this from Florida, and you know somewhere that does, we're in the Tampa area, but I'm willing to go wherever,
I need to find a shop that can do a alignment on a Volkswagen thing, front end alignment. So if you know of a place, please hit me up in the comments and send me a message, however you got to do it. You can email me at brownsrodandcustom@gmail.com. I'm really just trying to find a shop that'll do it. I've even asked Fisher Buggies, and they said they don't even know where to do it at this point. They had a shop, but they closed, and which is hard to really believe, honestly, that you run a Volkswagen shop and don't have a place to do front end alignments. But whatever. So yeah. So if you can help me out with that, that'd be amazing. But for now, this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. We're going to get this thing dialed and get it going. And once it leaves, Don's 1957 Chevy 2-door sedan is coming in here. We are going to paint it. I believe like a matte black, a satin black. And then we're going to get the glass in it. We're going to install B&M shifter on the floor. We're going to get it running. We're going to get the headlights and all the things in it, headlights, taillights, bumpers, all of that mounted on it, and make it pretty much a running, driving car is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do that in hopefully 7 days. So we'll be hot and heavy on that, and I will bring you all of that footage when we do it, so that you guys can go down that road with us, since you've been with us this entire time for the build on his car, as we've kind of helped him out over the past couple months. So anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to leave you with this, and thank you for watching. We really appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and we'll be back tomorrow with some more content. Have a great night, guys.